Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn Part 16 in our Emberpelts series. And things look a lot different than last time. I've gone through and just gotten things ready for the big build. Simply because I didn't think there's a whole lot of merit in going over blasting out a mountain to give me a big flat area and create some canals again. I just didn't see the point of it. However, I will recap what happened. I recorded 99% of the process, so I have footage of it all. It was about 4.5 hours total work, and we'll just show a few clips here. So it began with the area that is over by the dirt excavators, that hill. The dirt excavators for the other district, getting that hill flattened because there was really nothing over there. It was kind of like the edge of our forestry area. So it was just the usual. I went through on the bottom level and placed tunnels. And then up above, I had the first district come in along where I wanted everything to kind of cut off and give me a nice flat wall to leave everything down below revealed. I let the other district do that via dynamite and blasting down to create just a cut, just a one tile wide cut around the whole area. And it kind of solved my dilemma of what I was running into last time, of not wanting to just sit and wait and let the game run until this second district had enough dynamite and extract and all that stuff to get everything done themselves. Instead, I increased temporarily, gave them a couple extra plank manufacturers, and then gave them 2 extra explosives factories, so that they could at least get started on their platforms for the tunnels and everything down below while the district above did their thing. And then of course that district also kind of came over bits they could reach from their district into the new district. They did those tunnels as well. So it was a good compromise, I think, to let the first district kind of help, but not do the bulk of the project. The bulk of everything was done. So once that area was clear, I needed to kind of inventory everything that was on the hill behind the housing, because we were going to blast, I was going to blast that flat next. But I wanted to ensure that I had all of that storage relocated and all of the well-being and all of that good stuff relocated. So it came to over to the area that I had just blasted out, and I just started looking through the list of what do I have on hand, what do I need storages for. I went ahead and just built the biggest storage possible for everything. And then probably the longest part of the process was transferring everything from the old storage to the new storage. I thought I would be clever and just like demolish it. I don't know why I thought them picking it up as rubble would be faster than moving it one by one, because it was taking a while. And what I was running into is the fact that there were, hundreds, if not thousands of a resource sitting in storage while factories were still making new stuff. Yeah, I could have paused them, all that good stuff, but I probably would have forgotten about them. So I just demolished them and then let them try to pick it all up and carry it as rubble. In the end, I recovered nearly everything. There was very little waste. So with all of that stuff replicated over in the new area, I could then, once all the rubble was cleared out, start blasting the second area behind the housing. Of course, over there is the mine on the ruins for District 1 that is connected via a tubeway. So I had to be careful, and I had to kind of like mark out the perimeter of that so that I could ensure that I wasn't going to accidentally destroy anything that was up there by deleting too much. As it turned out, I could place platforms all the way up to the point that it was like, no, because the part below the mountain that's below the ruins, you can't place a platform or a tunnel there if you want, even if you want to. You just cannot be removed. I'm sure, you know, you could go into dev mode and, you know, just delete the ruins and all that, but I kind of like that it wound up leaving a big bunch there. But I got all of that area cleared out and then had them clear out all of the logs and planks that they could pick up so that none would go to waste. And that left us with a nice big open area on both ends to begin the grand plan that we're going to have in the new district. And I also added a couple more bad water pumps simply because we weren't keeping up on extract on this side or in this district, and it came down to the fact that we didn't have enough bad water. So I added a few more pumps, and that resolved that. I also added in just a temporary above ground tubeway just to help them get back and forth from the storage quicker, especially since they were picking up a lot of rubble that I created. That just helped them make that trip a little bit quicker. They still had to run, you know, the length of 4 big grids, but you know, that was better than nothing. So let's take a look at what we are going to do today. So our only big, like, real need right now, other than, you know, building out this massive district that I want to build out, is dirt, because we are going to need to come through now and fill in all of this so that the water can flow just through our channels, which it does go underneath there, come out there, then it goes underneath here, comes out there. Same story over here. It just kind of disappears into the rock and then comes out that way. But also we're going to need a lot of dirt for over here to do whatever we're going to do with this bad water. I still haven't really decided if I'm going to turn that into power or if it's just going to remain a bad water source. I'm a little mixed on what I want to do there. But to get this underway, the first thing I need to do is think about getting power to where I want to have the dirt excavator. And I kind of want to just put it up on this hill just to get it up and out of the way. So maybe we place it first and then build to it. That might be the better strat. I'm kind of hoping that there's just not one that's big enough. So how much of an overhang do you need? It's like, so that should have worked. Oh, those stairs are in the way. And I cannot get rid of those on my own, can I? No. I have to have a beaver do it. Okay. I'd kind of like to have it back this way, though. We also have a tree in the way that I'm not going to be able to build on top of. What I'm thinking is I would like to set it back by 3 so that it digs straight down right next to where the water channel is, which is right. So if I go 3, actually I'd go 2. That way it kind of has some overlap and it could soak up some water down into there. Not that it would do anything for irrigation or anything like that, though these down here do. They provide quite a bit, but I don't know that I can go that far out. I guess we could put it right here on this edge here for now. Yeah, that'll be fine. So let's go there. Let's go. So if I go 1, 2, and then a third one, that would be right next to. Yeah, that'll work. I wish that tree wasn't there, but it's fine. I also wish this was flatter. I wish a lot of things. So what was that? 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And that will have that right next to where we need everything to come up. Now the question is getting them up here. So for that, we're going to kind of build backwards. Let's do a ladder. We're going to put that there, and then we're going to have a little bit of a path there, and then we're just going to put the dirt up here for now, because all of this storage, even though I built it out very recently, is temporary. It is not going to stay there. That is not our permanent home for that. So if we bring that up like that, then we can do the two-boy thing, which I still have forgotten to download the small two-boy. So if I do, what was it, this? Yeah, the walkway allows me to connect the two-boy up here. So we can bring that up like that. And then we can just bring the two-boy over a little bit. So we can go here. And then do, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, cool. And then just start building up, except it won't let me. I think, oh, that's right. You have to, like, delete the end one and then rebuild it. It's been a minute. So now I should just be able to go straight up. And then over. Oops, I went one too many. Cool. So that will get them up there. But we also have to get power here, which is easy. That's not going to be a problem. So they're bringing power to right here. So then let us... I said it's going to be easy, and then I just realized I've kind of blocked myself off a little bit. But I think I can work my way around it. If I use power shafts, oh, I can't build on top of these. Can I build vertical power shafts on top of these? I cannot. That's interesting. You can only, oh, it's only the ones that are considered the support from the bridge. I see. Okay, well, let us then rethink how we're going to get power up here. So if I can just get it, like, off of just, like, one of these right here, that would be good enough. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. So what I'm hoping is we can get them, like, over here. I was hoping to get it, like, right next to the two-way so they could just, like, reach out of the two-way and build it, but we don't have that luxury. We have to do it like this instead. So we're going to stack that there, and then think about how we're going to get this all connected. So, like, I could go here and then over and stack that, but I still have the issue of how are they going to get to that? I think the answer is going to be, like, just bring them around over here and let them build from up here. Like, if I pause that one for now and then give them some ladders down right here, then I can just have them walk. So how far can we go here? Can this seem to work? Yeah. So then we need a couple more ladders right there. And then this can go here, and then this can connect up right here. Awesome. That is our first project for today underway. And I probably want more dirt storage than that, if we're being honest. Because I'm hoping, you know, to have dirt on hand no matter what. So yeah, we're just going to do lots and lots of dirt storage for this district. Dirt and dirt. So that gives us 3,600. So cool. Let's get this built out. It shouldn't take too terribly long. Once the two-ways get in, it should go pretty doggone quick. And we do we have enough beavers over here to work that? We do. I probably should check that before. Oh, wow. We're about to have more than enough. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind that. 22 is part of this district over here. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Let's get this built real fast. And I've paused this before they reach the top because I just don't like this power solution. And I've just realized there's a better way. There just is. Instead of doing this, we're going to get rid of all of this. This is stupid. We're going to leave that one there. We're going to leave that platform there because that's fine. And we're just going to bring platforms in all the way across like that. Cool. And then we're going to bring, because I never did this to begin with, excuse me, I have the hiccups. We're going to bring that over there. There's a tunnel. Then we're going to go vertical, vertical, normal. And then we're just going to go vertical straight up right. Okay, right next to the... Okay, so it's not quite lined up, but that's all right. There, done. Now they'll be able to build that from inside the tubes. And that makes me a lot happier than this nonsense of ladders and coming down here with just a temporary structure and all that. Yeah, this just pleases me more because I want to add a second dirt excavator. Though I don't know. Am I going to get another one right there? Yeah, I'll be able to get another one right there. I'm just going to plop it right next to it. No, you don't want to go there? Why not? Why are you blocked? You're fine there, though. That's okay. That's all right. I'll have a gap of one. I'm not going to sit there and really troubleshoot that. Just not what I'm into today. So then we just need to come over here. Give them another ladder up. Connect that right here. And then we can get a few more storages in. I can actually get more storage back here if I kind of angle this back. I'd have to get rid of that tree. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Get rid of that. Get rid of the tree. Prioritize that. And then we can bring storages back off of this, and then maybe one or two over here. Let's see what that's going to look like, because that's going to be the edge right there. So if I have 1 and 2, yeah, that's good there. So that will be dirt, and that will be dirt. And then bring this path straight out here, and that'll get me a couple more. Oh, wrong one. So the first one would go there, so the next one would go there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then I can even still have one right here. So we will have one right here. And that will eventually give us 5 total, and that'll be a lot more dirt to get stored. This is going to be a situation where I'm just going to have to let the game run, because remember, we're trying to keep this district self-sufficient. So now let's watch them get this built now that I'm happier with the power solution. Cool, so that's built, and actually it was built a little bit ago. My microphone just blocking part of it. I thought they were still working on it. What I'd like to do is just put a bit of decoration up here, just so the beavers have something to look at. You know, and we'll give them a couple of roofs there. We'll throw in a clock like right between the two that will hopefully impact both of them. And then we can like give this one some fire, give that one some fire. It's fire, yo. I'm sorry. And then we'll do like that statue there. We'll do that statue there, and give them a light like that. It's not even gonna. No, it'll hit it as they go through. Okay, it's fine. And then some shrubberies. You know, just trying to get them happy here. Okay, the shrubbery is not going to work there, so let's get rid of that one roof, and we'll have some rooftop shrubbery. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So our next order of business is also related to industry, and we're going to blast a little bit more because we need to get over to here. Obviously, the ruins or the scrap that was up here is gone, and I didn't blast it out of existence. I actually had them pick it all up. It is something that they took care of. They filled it all up. We got almost all the way full. So not too shabby. I think that got like within, where'd it go? There it is. I think this got within like 4. Originally it was like 1196 or something that they managed to pick up. I kind of laughed when I saw it. But what I want to do is just blast the tunnel straight through here, so that we can come out this other side, and then we're going to have to find out where that is. And zoom down, zoom down, zoom down, zoom down. That's not where's that? Really? No, I don't think that's really what I wanted to say. But it's what I said. And then we'll do one there as well. And then we're going to need to build a mine over here. It'll be a while before they can reach it, but it's okay. So, bricks and extract. Yeah, we're making those. So we'll do do that. And then I kind of would like to do storage again, like right here. So let's see. If I blast that out, then I can have a ladder there, path there, and then we can just come in like that. And then that gives me space for just a few storages over here. But I want to get the tunnels blasted first, which I should be able to reach most of them without another path. So I'm going to fill some of this in while I'm waiting, because that's going to get filled in eventually anyway. And that'll help me remember that this is not the correct placement for this path. Because I was about to blast through to connect that, and I was literally just about to do it, but that's not where that is going to be, because that's not 10. If we even wind up doing anything further back that way, this may all just be some bad water shenanigans. It's hard to say at this point. So let me get this path blasted through this hill. It's taken a little longer than I expected it to. Are they just like out of something important here? No, they have planks, they have logs, they have extract, and they have explosives. So I'm not. It's just because I can only do one at a time. It's fine. We'll get it done, and then start working on getting rid of the water flowing through here and having it come through our channel. Okay, cool. So that is in. So I need to get rid of just these two. We can leave the other ones back there. It's not a big deal. And throw in a ladder right there so that they can walk through. And that is indeed connected. And now that I know where that's going to be, I can think about storage. No, wrong one. So what if we just did like just 2 storage right there? Just done. And then what I'm going to eventually do. Okay, Google, I wasn't talking to you. I know you guys heard that. My Pixel tablets thought I was asking it a question. Oh, okay. Good job. Good job. Anyway, so yeah, this will give us a place to put the scrap metal. And I think I was about to say and never finished the thought that we will eventually have a two-way connection over here. I don't want to make one just yet, because this is temporary. This isn't going to stay here. These are all going to eventually go below ground. These are probably temporary as well. Like I may relocate where these are, but this is obviously that's where it goes. There's just no other choice for it. And you know, we may as well let them pick up that as well. So the only problem is we do not have enough workers to accomplish all of this. So let us find a spot. There's not really a spot. We're gonna have to move some things. Let's bring our campfires over here. Get rid of those. Leave lots of trash behind. There we go. And then I'm gonna just throw in just one more house with 18 beavers. I'm pretty sure that's connected. Yeah, it's connected. There, cool. And that'll get us the workers we need. In fact, I'm going to prioritize this stuff over everything else, so that our well-being hopefully stays decent. Wow, overall it's only 49. Is it just being dragged down by... Yeah, okay. Let's see. It's just being dragged down by the fact that, you know, 107 out of 283, so basically, roughly, not quite a third, but you know what I mean, aren't getting as high of well-being, but this district should be higher than 65. Weren't they at like 74 or something? So what are they missing? It's different ones not getting through the different foods. Couple of them aren't seeing the roof, and I haven't set off the Wonder of Fire in a while. I can resolve that. Let's set them both off. There you go. Have fun. So, yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. So, it's just the Wonder of Fire. Cool. Wow, it just did it again. My tablet just thinks I'm talking to it. And this doesn't have the convenient switch on the back of it, like my old Google Home did, to just tell it to stop listening to me. So, I'm kind of stuck with it. Cool, so that's built. So, this should be getting finished pretty quick. So, we will just jump cut to when our new mine is done. And now that we have a scavenger over here instead of a lumberjack flag, we'll be able to get that picked up. And then I want to come over here and I can't see it, just easy scrap metal. There we go. I just want to empty this one and have that way, because again, this storage is all temporary. It is not something that is gonna stay put. So we already have 1,300 dirt, so that is fantastic. Which means we can blast open this channel on this end and on this end. It is 3 wide. It's just there's a platform going over part of it. It's just kind of where the grid broke or fell, landed, whatever. So there we go, and we'll put a platform there, and then I didn't realize I never connected all this down here. I meant to do that before today, but it obviously did not happen, so we'll just do it right now. Get all of these connected across so that that land back there will actually be accessible. And those will get built, and water is now flowing, but that means that these water wheels are now kind of pointless, but they're also kind of connecting our power from each side. Actually, that's not true, because it's going under here as well, because of what we needed to do to try to get all of this connected to the grid. So those can go. Awesome. So we can just get rid of those. Right there. I want to get rid of everything that... Okay, you don't have power because it's just next to you, not under you. That's fine. We can do that right there to get you connected. I want to get rid of this stuff that's up on platforms, but I think we'll do it last. We'll start getting this filled in here. Just as easy as going like this right here. Get all of these that we can filled in. We'll go that direction for those. Sure, why not? Yeah, they'll be able to get there, and then they'll be able to come over here. Yeah, just making sure they're going to be able to actually do all of this and not get stuck in a situation where we're waiting for one behind. And they're already well underway with that project. So let's get this area filled in with dirt blocks, and then we'll rebuild some of this stuff. We'll take the platforms down, fill it in with dirt, and then just have it sitting on dirt. I think that's all of it. I can't quite see around the corner. No, there's a couple more, but we'll get it. And then we missed a little bit right here because I wasn't paying attention. So we will get these filled in, and then we need to just start taking stuff off of platforms. Dynamite's not a huge priority at the moment, so we will get rid of these and get this filled in, though we power. Okay, well, we'll have to think about where the power is going to go. So I'm going to kill this bridge for now as well, so I can kind of investigate what's under there. That's what I thought I had under there, okay? So we will put that there, and then we will bring the power in once I click the power button, right like that, and then fill the rest of this in with dirt. Like so, and then we can have our path continue back across there, and then we can replace the 2 explosives factories. You know what, though? I don't know that we really need them right now. I'm not going to bother replacing them at the moment. If we wind up needing them later, I will replace them. And then I need to come over here and kind of do the same thing. I can't get to that one because it's blocked and I wasn't paying attention. So I don't remember. I don't think either of these are completely on land. Yeah, neither of them are completely on land. So we need to get rid of this, all of this, like so. Make a big, big mess. There we go. You know what? Let's move the centrifuge over here. That would be... I mean, it doesn't really matter where we rebuild it, but gotta get it back in operation, I hope. It's saying it's connected to the power network, so I'm gonna believe it. And then we need to just fill in here as well, and then where that bridge is. So we don't need that any longer. Well, no, we will need some power, but it's going to take a different shape. I don't know if we... Do we need... Like, do we genuinely need those two engines? I'm going to say no. Given what we're looking at right here. But that is with the wind blowing. That's what the batteries are for. So if the wind stops blowing, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine without replacing those two engines. So we can get that filled in, and then once that's done, I would like to empty this, but it doesn't have anywhere to empty to, I don't think. Yeah, that's full. That's a little disappointing. But this is up on platforms as well. And then we need to get rid of the bridges. So we can get rid of this bridge, and get rid of that, and just have a bunch of extractor laying on the floor. And then bring this across like that, and then these that way. And then we have a bridge here and a bridge here. Let's get rid of this bridge. And then I can probably get rid of that one as well. Yep. There's nothing on top of it because of the way I built the two boys. I took the advice of, remember, I'm probably still saying that wrong, of having just like the first one and then being able to build a bridge out from the next one without having to build another platform beneath it. Excellent advice. I sincerely appreciate that. It worked flawlessly. So get that connected. There's a bridge there and there I need to kill, but I don't want to kill too many bridges at once because I don't want to disconnect things, but I think we're fine. So yeah, we can get rid of this one. Though that is the only way out to over there at the moment. Yeah, let's go with a different one first before we do that one. So where is another bridge? Is there any back here? That one, but that one needs to be there. This one's got to go. And we need to replace the power that's under there, because I don't believe I can build on top of those. Yeah, I cannot. So we need to temporarily disconnect those guys from power. And this actually isn't even going to be dirt. It's just going to be power shafts. And then I get that reconnected. Excellent. So, yeah, we've just got this area right here that connects that. What I want to do is get all the beavers back over here and then destroy it so that then nobody's stranded over there. I should put some food and water over on that side. I know I saw somebody just run in there. I know I did. Maybe not. Okay, well, if they're over there, they're stranded for now. So we need to get rid of that one and that one. And no stranded beavers. Cool. And then just fill this in right like this. We will go that direction and then this direction. That way they can work on it all at one time, I think. I think so. And then that will fix our unconnected buildings and I think have every bridge out of here. So one of the knock-on effects is that, you know, we've lost some irrigation here in the middle. And that didn't happen over here because I unintentionally flooded the power and tubeway tunnels. Right here is where they get flooded. And that's where the water's being introduced. So that worked in our favor because there's just enough water coming through all those to keep everything irrigated. I don't want to do that over here. I don't want to repeat that because that's, I don't know. I don't think that's a good solution. I think it's just a thing that I did by accident. So what I want to investigate is something that I don't even know if it's going to work or not. But I think it will. I really do think it'll work. I want to essentially bring some water under these blocks. And we'll have to blast either all the way back over to there or all the way over here to do it. But bring enough water in underneath it so that we're getting irrigation. So I want to go one down. And then I want to do a tunnel there. And of course, we're going to have to wait till morning to get that tunnel in. And then once that tunnel is in, I'll get rid of the platform, put some stairs down there, and then we'll tunnel a lot more at that level. And then we'll connect it. We'll probably just connect it straight back this way. So let's come down here to that level. Okay, we do have that in the way. So instead of going that way, we're going to come over this way. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. So bring that down, and then this gets a little wonky because I don't know exactly where the water is. There it is. A little more. A little more. I just thought of something I can do. No, this has to go up. Okay. So we'll just bring this over, figure out where that is. Cool, there it is. And then get rid of those two. And even this last little bit right here. Because I don't want them filling this with water just yet. I want to try to respect their wishes that they don't like going in water. Because I'm a nice guy. So then we go there, and then, yeah, that'll go that way. Cool. So if I then get rid of that, so I can't build a tunnel underneath. Okay, I can. So that is basically, I don't even know that I need to do 3. I bet just 1 would do it. We're going to try with just 1. And if it doesn't do it, then we'll adjust. Okay, so back up, put in a ladder so they can get down there and start this. Face that way, cool. And then I just want to run this over. I don't know how far. We'll see how far we need to go. For now, we're just going to do like that. And that gets us to right underneath that contemplation spot. So this will definitely take a minute because of where they are and how this is all going to be just one of the times. So I'll probably jump cut to this getting finished, and then we'll connect it. Some beaver, some sad beaver will have to get wet, but it'll be fine. So we'll get this going. All right, so they just finished the last one. I actually found a way to make it go a little bit quicker for me. You can't really see much evidence of it, but I just blasted one channel down. I couldn't do the last few because things were in the way, but I just blasted. And then they were able to just reach down and build them, so it went really fast. But now I want to come right here, go down 2, and then we'll replace this one. But of course, we have to wait till morning, and morning is upon us. And I've also placed one right here, because I think I need that one because I need to blast a way for the water to get in there. So we'll see if this stupid plan works or not. So blast that out. And of course, the water will start flowing, but I'm then going to take advantage of overhangs and put the water back. So yeah, we definitely need like a little hole there to make that work. So put soil back. So yeah, the water can flow under there. And of course, I forgot I have a hole over here. So, of course it's coming out. Oops. There's a path in the way down there. Okay, there we go. Now I should be able to put dirt right there. Okay, just a minor flood. It's not a big deal. It'll be fine. It's just one dirt block that we gotta put in. And it's not even that big of a flood. It's just kind of, what, 20 tiles wide. It's just kind of chilling over there. So, once the flood waters recede, let's see how this worked. Because right now, that's giving us irrigation. So, I'm just going to let that evaporate, and then we'll see if this has done anything for us. I can see that we've got up here, but we may have to continue down a little bit more to really get the full effect. But I'm thinking it's going to work. So, just gonna chill for a minute, wait for this to evaporate, and go from there. So yeah, it's worked. I mean, there's just a tiny little speck here or there, but that's not going to prevent them from doing anything. So, I am gonna bring that down just a little bit further. This side is currently taking advantage of the flooded power network. That may remain, I don't know. We're going to be redoing so much of this district that it's not going to look anything like it does right now, thankfully. Right now, it's just kind of a haphazard mess, isn't it? So we got everything rebuilt, right? Except for the engines, and I really don't think we need them. I really don't think we need them. Like, it doesn't look like the batteries have kicked in. I mean, we are borderline, but we've got so many batteries that it'll be fine. So I want to extend that little adventure underground just a little bit farther, and then we will be wrapped up for the day. My goodness, it's so far down. Okay, so I wanna see where I can get away with just blasting down by 2 and then replacing with dirt blocks. So that would be like there, and then right here I can get away with it. The other ones I will, you know what? Nah, we're just gonna delete stuff and rebuild it. We'll replace the farmhouse in just a minute. So there, I don't know why I didn't get rid of these. Maybe because it's already into there. Wait, not quite. I'm not really sure exactly how far down I need to go here. So that one is covered, but the one next to it is not. So we just go down by 2. And then I think bringing it out this far will be enough to get us taken care of. So as soon as I get the dynamite in, we'll blast it out. And then we'll replace the dirt on top. So everybody look out. And that's going to bring the water in. Is it connected? It is connected. Probably going to flood, but that's all right. It'll be over quick. So they can get that all in. Then we need to replace the stuff we knocked down. That was not a gatherer's flag. It was a farmhouse. And then there were things. There were contemplation spots. Like there and there. Yeah, I don't really remember what was here. I think there were just like 3 more here and then like bushes in between. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but there we go. Yeah, definitely getting some flooding, but like I said, that'll go away once we get everything out of there. So this is tomato, where we can just plant a few more tomatoes. And then we've got wet fir, but that's all now sealed, so that water will go away. So yeah, just once again, gonna wait for this to evaporate, make sure that we're looking good. So yeah, I just wanted to wait for daylight, just so I can see a little bit better. And yeah, it's looking pretty doggone good. One thing I think I am going to do is blast this back out right here. I think I'd like to build a sluice gate so water can only flow in right here. And then have it, I don't know, just be set to, I don't really know how to do it. Like be closed anytime it's over like 0.85 or something. That way water only flows in right here and not out. So close above downstream depth of Look at 0.9. That should be fine. That should be high enough to keep everything irrigated, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. But that way water can't flow back out into this little hole and just evaporate. I hope. Okay, now I already have the answer. No, it has to be the full. It has to be touching. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just leave it open all the time and let the water flow in. It instantly solving the problem. We'll just let the water always flow in. There's always water up here, but at least it can't flow back out and evaporate. I don't know that we've ever had a drought long enough for this to dry up. It's dried up once because when I was like building all this nonsense over here just in downtime, I've never showed this to you, I don't think, but it's kind of like covered this all over and let some trees grow in wild. Some are dead because of the bad water that flows underneath it, but I don't know, it just feels a little more natural over there now. I've even thought about just completely covering up the canal entirely, just like blasting one further down. That would be such a big undertaking that I don't think is necessary. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. So we've got some good fertile land over here. So we're going to be ready next time to begin building out housing. And I am just going to clean up this debris because obviously there's nowhere for it to go. So there we go. Debris clear. A little bit there that isn't quite irrigated, but I really do think it'll be fine. In fact, we can test if it'll be fine by having our friend the forester try to plant some trees right there. If he can plant those 12 trees, then it doesn't matter that there's a little bit. Yeah, it'll be fine. So cool. I am very happy with what we've done here. I know that it was a big change, but I didn't really see, since we weren't breaking new ground. We broke a lot of ground, but we weren't doing anything new or novel in this series by flattening this. We've done that already once over here, so I didn't really see a need to dedicate a huge amount of time to it. I am very, very pleased with what we've done, except for the fact that we don't really need... Whoops. Did I? Yeah, I did get rid of the path. My bad. There you go. Have your path back. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm happy. There we go. Rubble gone. So we're going to leave it here. I have no idea what to even do for a freaking screenshot of this. I do love how that's just like a monolith up there. It's kind of cool. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.